Okay, what would happen if you were to give somebody $50 and challenge them to do something great with it? Crazy question. We're gonna head to Regina, Saskatchewan to find out what 4 students did. Come on and check it out. All right, so we made it to Regina, Saskatchewan. We're about to meet the family for the first time. I'm pretty fired up about that. So, man, let's see what happens. Here we go.
Oh, thanks for coming out to our house, Michael.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's wonderful to have you.
And Kelsey, Terrence and Kelsey, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. You guys got pictures all over the place. What's going on over here?
These are actually my wife's. She paints them herself, so it's...
Now, I also knew that you guys were musicians too.
Yeah.
So this is crazy. And I just walked by and I noticed that there is a CD here.
Yeah. That's back when I had hair.
That's back. I wasn't gonna I didn't know if I could crack on him about that yet, but it's awesome. This is amazing. Who's this?
That's our son. We dedicated the album to him.
This is Lucian.
Lucian trees. Yeah.
So beautiful. Well, I look forward to talking to you and hearing your story. It's really incredible.
Well, our story was Lucian was diagnosed with leukemia at the age of 6.5 months. When the school in Melville heard the news, they decided to make the bracelets for us that said "Stay strong, Lucian, and cure leukemia." And then we had the scripture verse on the inside that we quite liked. And they made all these bracelets for us, and they're in high demand. Everyone wanted one. We were always wearing one, and it was quite amazing. The bracelets were just a fantastic thing. You know, always to have that on our wrist to say, you know, "Stay strong, Lucian," and stuff. And that was very impactful to me.
Were you guys working during this time that you found out about your son?
Well, I was still on maternity leave at that point.
But it was very hard for me not to go back to work. I remember the day when we found out, I kept saying to work, you know, I don't know how long we're going to be in Saskatoon, but I was, you know, thinking once we get back to Regina, it's going to be pretty easy treatment. I'll be able to go back to work. When we got back to Regina, we took the first month as a trial period to see how tough it was going to be. And by the end of that month, we were going, there's no way I can go back to work. You know, if we want to have a healthier relationship with each other, if we want to have a healthier relationship as a family, there's just no way we could have done it. Which was hard for me because being, you know, I wanted to provide for my family, taking people's generosity, you know, is kind of, you know, it is a bit hard, you know, even for a long time wrestled, should I go back to work, should I not? And you know, my dad would always saying, you know, people gave this money to you so you could be with him. And as soon as we put in that you know, resignation, say I'm not coming back, we just felt so much peace, and it was very incredible.
No income coming in, relying on people's generosity and on the support. Tell me about when St. Henry's in Melville, Saskatchewan called.
We never could usually get away together, always one at a time. So I went back to my hometown, and with my mom we went to St. Henry's School, and they did a presentation, and they presented us with the money that they had raised with the bracelets, and it was very touching that they would think of us and want to help in such a really amazing way. It was the greatest gift to be given to allow me to have my husband, and this money was for Lucian, and the greatest gift we could give him was our presence.
These kids were able to help allow their gift and their work and their time to make that time that you guys had pretty valuable. You know, even just a little piece of it. And I wanted to say thanks for sharing that with us and letting us pass this story on to others, because I think it's going to be a help for people to realize that when we help people, we don't have to go way, way out there. It could be someone right next door to you. You don't even have to know them, but to find somebody that could use some help and make it happen. Hey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.